The neon sign flickers like a heartbeat against the midnight sky, casting its glow over the quiet town. Rosie's Diner, Est. 1962, a relic of another era, standing stubbornly against time. Every night at 11:37 p.m., the same rig rumbles into the gravel lot, its engine groaning like an old man settling into his favorite chair. The driver, a man named Carl, steps out with the same deliberate movements, his boots crunching on the gravel. He's been coming here for years, but to the regulars, he's just trucker, a silent figure who occupies the last booth by the window. His routine never wavers. Black coffee, a slice of cherry pie, and a $20 bill left under the plate. No one knows why he tips so generously, and no one asks. But tonight, the rhythm of his ritual is disrupted. The new waitress, Ellie, watches as Carl unfolds a yellowed newspaper clipping, his hands trembling slightly. The headline screams about a school bus crash from 1987, a tragedy the town has tried to forget. "You were there, weren't you?" Ellie asks, her voice barely above a whisper. The diner falls silent, as if the walls themselves are holding their breath. What unfolds isn't just Carl's story, it's the town's. A secret buried under decades of guilt, a wound that never quite healed. Carl was a young mechanic back then, tasked with fixing the bus's brakes. He failed, and the consequences were devastating. The town blamed him, but no one blamed him more than he blamed himself. Ellie, curious and compassionate, begins to piece together the truth. She finds receipts in his booth, each one a donation to the town's struggling school. She notices how his eyes linger on the photo of the lost children taped behind the counter. And when she finally slides into his booth with 2 slices of pie and says, "Tell me," something shifts. The walls Carl has built around himself for decades begin to crack. By dawn, the diner is no longer just a pit stop, it's a confessional. Carl isn't just a stranger passing through. He's a man who's been coming home every night, waiting for someone to see him. Ellie does. "It wasn't your fault," she says, and the words hang in the air like a promise. The last booth at Rosie's becomes something unexpected, a place where secrets lose their power, and a single act of kindness bridges the gap between a forgotten tragedy and the quiet hope of second chances. The town, once quick to judge, begins to see Carl differently. The diner, once just a place to eat, becomes a symbol of redemption. And Carl, once a man defined by his past, finds a glimmer of peace in the present. The neon sign still flickers, but now it feels less like a heartbeat and more like a pulse, a reminder that even in the darkest corners, light can find its way in. Ellie, too, finds something she didn't know she was looking for. In Carl's story, she sees the power of forgiveness, the weight of guilt, and the possibility of healing. She realizes that small towns, for all their gossip and grudges, can also be places of profound connection. The diner, with its cracked vinyl seats and faded menus, becomes a stage for something larger, a reckoning with the past and a tentative step toward the future. Carl's nightly visits continue, but now they're different. He talks more, smiles occasionally, and sometimes even laughs. The regulars, once indifferent, begin to greet him by name. The town, once quick to turn away, starts to remember, not just the tragedy, but the man who carried its weight for so long. And Ellie, the waitress who dared to ask the right question, becomes a part of the story too. The last booth at Rosie's is no longer just a place to sit, it's a place to be seen, to be heard, to be forgiven. The neon sign flickers on, a beacon in the night, and the diner hums with the quiet energy of lives intersecting, of wounds healing, of second chances being offered and accepted. Carl's story isn't over, but it's no longer defined by that one terrible day. And the town, for all its flaws, proves capable of something remarkable: forgiveness. The diner, with its worn-out charm, stands as a testament to the power of human connection, to the idea that even the deepest scars can fade with time. And as the sun rises over the horizon, casting its light through the diner's windows, it feels like a new beginning, for Carl, for Ellie, and for the town itself. The last booth at Rosie's, once a place of solitude, is now a place of hope. And the story that began with a flickering neon sign,